example, I think it's obvious that if you go to like some really right-wing Republican conservative corporation and you're interviewing for a job there or something, and you're like, hey girl, how are you? So nice to meet you. Oh, I've heard so much about this job. I want it so badly. I mean, if you go in there like that, someone's going to be uncomfortable because they don't like gay people.
Right. Well, obviously, I would be professional, but absolutely understand what you mean.
No, I know.
Just based on the type of, job you're going for or opportunity that you have.
Right. I was exaggerating, obviously.
I know you were, but I'm just saying. I'm professional fish mama.
Anyway, so Jason, you have anything else you want to say about it, about sounding gay? Does it make you, when you were growing up, but both of you actually, have you heard yourselves on, obviously, because we do this show, you've heard yourself on a recording. But when's the first time you heard yourself on recording? The first time I heard myself on video, I was like, oh my God, I am such a fucking homo. Cause I was like, I did not know cause to me, I mean, I was like in my teen years, I first heard myself on a video. I was like, in my teen years, I did not sound the way I sounded to everyone else, but I was like, fuck, there's no doubt that I'm gay. But did you have that reaction yourselves, or did you have different reactions when you first heard yourselves?
I feel like when I first, when we go back and listen to the recordings and that type of thing, because sometimes I go back and listen to them. The very first time I heard myself, I was like, I thought I sounded like a combination of gay mixed with a little bit of nasally.
Nasally, yes.
So, but people just like, oh no, that's just all in your head. You don't sound anything like that. But our very first show was interesting too, so it was we were like in preschool on our first show, so we didn't know what to do, what to say, or anything. So I don't know, but I was just like, oh my God, I sound horrible. So yeah.
Well, I'd also, I mean, yeah, I don't. But you had a negative reaction to your voice then? Essentially, you had a negative reaction to your voice.
Yes, initially, yeah.
And but is that because you sounded gay, or because you sounded more nasally, as you said?
Both.
Okay. But see, why is it, this is the question, the last question I'll ask about this. Why is it a bad thing to sound like what you are? Why is it a bad thing to sound gay? And the reason is, because, in my opinion, is because we live in a society where it's deemed bad to be gay, or less than to be gay. And it's been like institutionalized in our brains or whatever to make us feel bad for being gay. So if you sound gay, why is that a wrong thing if you are gay? What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it. I think from a society type standpoint, I feel like, if you quote unquote sound gay, then, you automatically have these things against you, which may or may not be true depending on the situation. But, I just tell people, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Don't try to impress anyone. If you have, a voice that's high, so be it. If you don't, then so be it as well. I mean, just like the singer Michelle A, R&B singer. Mm-hmm. When she sings, she has a totally different voice, but when she talks, she sounds like a 4-year-old child. I mean, no lie.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just be yourself. But I think, stuff like that, that's what makes someone unique and different. Because, I mean, not everyone can be the same. Like, someone has to be different. And I prefer hanging out with different people, different characters.
Don't you guys think, though? I mean, I've noticed that when I'm around other gay guys, I'm much gayer than when I'm not.
Oh my God. There's the reason is because I work with somebody who just grinds my gears, and every time he's around this other certain gay person who's an authority figure between the both of us, he starts talking really gay, and it's more like this dragged out agree, yeah, your points are very valid. And I'm like, if I don't do fake very well, so that just oh my God. So yes, and whenever he comes around, he just changes the way he talks, and it drives me up the wall. Then they just sit and they talk to each other, and they're like, draw it out, it's like heart surgery to them, what's gonna look best.
It's vocal fry or whatever. It's like, oh my God,
you're 40 fucking years old. You're not a Kardashian. You don't need a vocal fry.
Anyway, that's hilarious. Well, yeah. So I guess my final thought is then I just think that if you are gay, it's perfectly fine to sound gay. Who the fuck cares if you sound gay? It's like saying you're a woman and you sound like a woman when you speak. You're a man or whatever.
Yeah,
I mean, it is what you are,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Just be.
Yeah. It's I think, just talk normal, like however you naturally are inclined to talk, and just be yourself.
Just don't
Exactly. We gotta have
that's a
some.
problem.
We have to have some type of variety. We can't all.
Yeah, I don't feel like that's a problem amongst our people, but
our people. Okay.
like our viewers, like us, like the people that we reach. You know what I mean? Obviously, for a
Right.
younger person that's trying to identify and like find themselves, I think that's important because I definitely went through that phase where I'm like, I wish that I wasn't so obviously gay, but now I don't give a shit. Like,
And that's the way it should
this
be.
is what makes me. This is what makes me unique. So,
And that's another person. And that's another thing. As you get older, you realize that you just don't give a fuck about certain things anymore. Like back when I was like 18, for example, or even 17, I would always be like, someone had some type of issue with me or anything like that. I'm like, well, what did I do? Or why are they so mad at me? And I just want them to be my friend, and that type of thing. Now, shit, I don't give a fuck.
Well, that comes with age, y'all. The older you get, the less you give a fuck.
yeah, every day I outlive Donovan, I'm like happy about it. So,
Whatever.
that's all.
Okay, well, you know who did sound gay is that kid on the Barbie commercial.
Yes.
Let's play the commercial real quick, then we'll discuss it, okay?
Let's do it. Barbie's so fierce.
Mosquito Barbie. She's the most mosquito Barbie ever. Totally hot, totally cool, totally mosquito Barbie. So fierce. Look at those shoes that felt her hair, covered in gold with mosquito hair. I love you, mosquito Barbie. She's the girl who has it all. Nothing can stop her. Please hold while she takes this call. It's for you, mosquito Barbie.
Mosquito Barbie doll fabulosity totally included.
Okay, so obviously.
Wait a minute. What's
In
the
10
name?
years.
Wait, what? What's the question?
No, what's the name of the Barbie?
Moschino, the brand.
Yeah.
Moschino.
Moschino.
Moschino. What the hell is that?
It is another brand. In 10 years, he's going to be like, Mom, you ruined my acting career.
I know. He's the one that said, for those of you listening, that said, oh my, what did he say? She's fierce.
Barbie is so fierce.
Yes,
She's
yes.
so fierce.
And the kid's probably, 5 or 6? I don't know.
Yeah, but he's a little baby lookalike of the Moschino creative director Jeremy Scott. So it's kind of like a nudge to him
himself.
more than anything. So
I don't think the kid's really gay, by the way. I think he's heterosexual.
he's just it's a child.
No, that's not what I mean. I don't mean now. I think in the future he's straight. Because you know what's weird is I can look at a guy, even a kid, and look in their eyes, and I can tell if they're gay or if they're straight. I know it's weird, but it's the fucking truth. Not 100% of the time, but most of the time. And I look in that kid's eyes, he's heterosexual. He's straight, but he's playing a really good gay kid. Good for him. So do you think it's
like
wrong?
more colorful.
Do you think it's wrong for them to do this? I think it's great that they're appealing to gay
no, I
guys.
think it's a great thing. Like I said, I think it's more of a nudge to the Moschino creative director than it is like, let's put a child in the video that's flamboyant. Like,
Right.
I don't think it's as thought out as that. I just think it's more so of like, let's put a little boy in the video that looks like Jeremy Scott, who's surrounded by women. Women adore him. It's like, the mini me. It's just a cute little thing,
What did you think about it, Jason? Do you think that's cool or what?
I really can't comment because I'm completely lost on this topic.
Well, they put
Because I don't know anything about this Moschino.
you don't have to
or-
know about the brand to know. All it is like it's saying like Calvin Klein or whatever brand you want to pick, and it's just a branded Barbie for that particular fashion brand, and that's all it is. But the kid it's just the fact that the kid, they put a gay, quote unquote gay kid in there playing with a Barbie doll, and he's like, she's fierce.
Oh,
You
so
know?
this was a commercial that you played?
Yeah.
Okay, I was completely lost because you guys were talking about it.
Oh.
I mean, obviously, you guys are on the same page, and I wasn't. So,
Well, it is on the show notes. If you would actually go to the page and read it, you would see. You'd be
well,
on the
I
same
saw
page.
something about it, but I didn't watch the video. Sorry.
Well, you should go to the show page anyway.
But
yeah. So, what do you think about it?
I don't understand what the big deal is.
I don't either.
It's not a big deal. Those Barbies sold out. By the way, $127 Barbie sold out in like an hour. So
Wait a minute, $127?
yeah, they're Moschino Barbies.
Are you fucking kidding me? $127?
And now they're going on eBay for like $800.
What the
No.
fuck?
So if you guys want to buy me one for Christmas,
Oh my god.
she's so fierce.
Did
What
you-
happened to the days when Barbies were like $25?
They were when
Like
I was a
limited
kid.
edition. This is like a special Barbie.
When I was a kid, they were $12. I had a Barbie or two when I was that young. Did y'all have Barbie dolls or not?
Yeah, I had a G.I. Joe, but I may or may not have.
I had all the GI Joes, but
I learned a lot about the male physical body through G.I. Joe.
No, mainly when I was growing up, I didn't have Barbie dolls. I mainly had G.I. Joes and Cabbage Patch dolls.
I had GI Joe, Cabbage Patch Doll, Transformers, Star Wars, and there was one more. He-Man. I had all of
No,
those.
I had Cabbage Patch dolls. I had like the entire crew,
Ooh.
like everybody. I had like the whole posse.
Well, they're all different. Cabbage Patch dolls are all different.
I had them.
mine.
I had them all in different colors, and they wore different things. And I remember growing up, we used to have like this big, like rocking chair, and I would put like all of them stacked up in this rocking chair, and I would call them like my children, and all kinds of stuff. So I mainly had a lot of Cabbage Patch dolls.
For me, I never really went through a doll phase. I was like really into music, so it was like, "Mom, can I get the new Britney Spears CD?" It was like more of that kind of thing, and then I would like make up cheer routines to it. Totally like normal heterosexual young child thing.
Right. Yeah. Well, I had them, and I had no problem playing with them, and I had boy dolls and girl dolls, and I liked it all. I mean, whatever. I was very equal opportunity about stuff, and I didn't really give a fuck what people thought. So I was like, whatever. Because I had like uncles and stuff who would come over. Like my uncle, who was a colonel in the army, would come over and visit us from out of town sometimes, and I'd be playing with my Cabbage Patch doll, and I had like a bassinet for it, or no, what's it called? A carriage, and my neighbor and I would play with it, or my friend, and we would just play it, and I would be like, la, 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 whatever. And he's like, should you really be playing with dolls? And I'm like, why not? And he just was looking at me funny, and it was, and just made me feel bad about myself, or tried to, but I didn't really care. So it didn't matter to me. It didn't matter to me at all.
But yeah, when you're 7 years old and you're making your Barbie dolls, like, fuck. That's what me and my neighbor we used to do. We were tainted children.
I don't know why they still should make them anatomically correct because they should have a hole in the vagina for the girl and have a penis for the girl. And the reason is because seriously, first of all, Ken's pants never fit properly because he didn't have anything there. And it's not a bad thing to have education as well as fun at the same time. There's something
For a
wrong with it.
4-year-old?
Not a 4-year-old. Oh, that's true. I guess they are kind of young. I mean, like an older one. They should have older Barbies and younger Barbies versions.
Okay, puberty Barbie.
Yeah.
That's a better idea. Because there was a Barbie that was pregnant and you could take her belly off.
Ew.
I remember that. I
I
remember
remember
that.
her.
Are y'all serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
And people had to make such a huge fuss about it because they were like, she's a single parent Barbie.
Yeah, she's a single parent Barbie where you can like give her an abortion and she's not pregnant anymore.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. I didn't even think about it that way. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh my
They would
god.
say she was a single mother.
Oh, Barbie's been through it.
Okay.
But now she's a fashion model.
She's everything. The bitch can do everything. The bitch is everything.
Okay.
A stewardess, a fashion model, an executive, an architect. I mean,
What
She
job
has
has-
a great Instagram page. If you guys love Barbie, follow her on Instagram.
Does she
She's
really?
awesome.
Barbie has an Instagram page.
Yeah. I saw her at Fashion Week. She's really cool.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
You have to follow her. She has really cute stuff.
Oh my!
Um,
What job has Barbie not had?
she's had everything because she can.
She's
do
worked a
anything.
lot of jobs.
She's been a fast food waitress. She's been an astronaut.
The only thing she hasn't been is a prostitute, but the
That's
Or a
it.
podcast host.
or a
Yes.
podcast host. Oh my god. Anyway, poor Barbie. Okay, so next I want to talk about the whole Patti LaBelle pie thing,
Patty.
but we have to hear it first.
Shout out to Patti LaBelle, honey.
Let's
Play
hear
it. My
it.
favorite video of all time.
Greetings! So, I went to the store after I seen somebody post that Patti LaBelle pie. Remember, support black people, black businesses. Okay, so look. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. On my own. Why did it end this way? Come on, Patty. So let's taste the patty. I'm going to taste patty. Ooh, Patty's so moist. Come on, Patty. Patty. I want to taste Patty live and make a video for those that said what it